Hi honeybees! Today I'm going to be doing a use up challenge tag kind of video. As you guys know, I've done these kind of videos in the past, and sometimes I'm really successful and sometimes I'm not so successful. So this is for 2016. Use up your stash, use up some products that may be collecting dust in your collection. And I'm actually doing this in collaboration with a lot of awesome women here on YouTube. Ellis for Living is the one that set this challenge up, and I'm so happy that she included me in this because this is a challenge that I always give myself every single year. Use up some makeup that I know I love but just not giving enough love to throughout the year, or maybe it's gonna go bad and I don't want to end up throwing it out. So it's just really good to challenge yourself, especially if you're a makeup addict like I am, to continue to use things up and not just continue to buy. Mind you, I will always be trying out the newest, greatest, latest things, so you'll never have to worry about that here on my channel. I'm always going to be reviewing those products for you guys. Maybe not everything, but a lot of things. But I do also like to do empties videos every month and show you that I am using my products. And I like to rotate things out too. So like I said, this is in collaboration with a lot of awesome women. Total different range of channels too. Some of the channels I watch, some I don't, but I definitely plan on checking all of them out very soon, and I'll just have all those listed below. So here I have two little piles because I couldn't fit it all in this box. I'm going to try to go through this as quickly as possible, and the thing with this is there's no rules. It really is all up to you what you want to set for your goals for using up products in 2016. So I have quite a few foundations, but some of these are already almost done, so that's why I ended up picking a few others. The ones that are pretty much done right now, I have probably a couple, like a week or so of this left. I love this foundation. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I'm in the shade 102 Shell Beige. This is very light right now because it's literally almost gone, so I'm going to use that up this year. These I use in combination with one another, and they are also almost done. This is the Cover FX BB Gel in N Light, and then I also have the CC Cream from IT Cosmetics in Medium. This is definitely too dark for me, as you can see. So I mix these two together and it makes a great combo. I love how my skin looks with both of these individually and also together. So I'm going to use Estee Lauder Double Wear. I've had this for way too long. It's almost on essentially its last leg when it comes to expiring. I feel like the coloring is starting to change, so I might not even be able to use this up, but I'm going to try. And then same thing with this one from IT Cosmetics, the Ultra Repair Liquid Oxygen Foundation. It's in the shade Light, but I'm not sure if it's changed at all. I'll have to test it out and see. If it has, then I'll just switch it out with another foundation. Probably should have talked about these first, but I'm going to go into primers now. I want to use up 4 primers. 2 face primers and 2 lid primers. The first one that I picked for face is the mattifying primer from Cover FX. It's almost out. It has salicylic acid in it, so because it has skincare properties to it, I want to make sure to use that up before it goes bad. And then I also want to use up another face primer. I just didn't pick one yet, so I'll just have that, you know, out there for me to pick whatever I want. So 2 face primers I want to use up, and then 2 lid primers. This is the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer, and then this is a little sample of the Stay Don't Stray from Benefit. I do enjoy both of these, but they're not my favorites, and I just want to use them up. Whoopsies, I forgot one foundation. This is actually a little deluxe size sample of the Yabby foundation. I had this in my Use It Up from last year, and I'm sorry I haven't posted an end of the year update for that. Not even sure I will. You guys see them in my empties all the time. If you really want me to, I can, but the ones that I didn't end up using up are going to be in this year's anyway, so you'll see. But this is almost done. It's right here. So just a few more times of this and it will be gone. It's in the shade Buff. It's really nice for more natural days. It doesn't give me amazing coverage, so I don't use it on work days. I just use it on the weekends. I do like it. It's not one that I would probably purchase though, but I do want to use it up since I enjoy it. Okay, I have 4 concealers I want to use up this year. This one is by L'Oreal, the Visible Lift Blur Concealer. Another one that is almost gone, and I just thought I'd throw it in here. I'm in the shade 301 Fair. Well, that's not really my skin color. I like to have a more lighter concealer color, so it's definitely probably a shade or 2 lighter than my natural skin tone. I really like this. It's good coverage. I don't really like the applicator, how it comes out though, because you can accidentally use too much a lot of the time. This one here is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, I believe it's called. You can't get this in the US. Someone sent this to me, and I don't even know what the shade number is because all the writing is coming off. I have this for over a year. I really love it for a very brightening effect under the eyes. It does have good coverage. It does crease a little bit on me though. I don't remember it creasing on me a few years ago. Maybe that's because I got a few more lines under my eyes now, I feel like. Bummer. But I don't know if I'd repurchase that ever again. This one, as you can see, is on its last leg, but I definitely want to use it up. It's a couple years old. It's the Physicians Formula Conceal RX Concealer in Natural Light. Good coverage. I like it when I have too much darkness under my eyes, not enough sleep. That's what I go towards. This one I think was in my Use It Up as well last year. It's the Never Ending Concealer. It's the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye in Neutral Medium. Also a little too dark for me. It's not dark, it's like my natural tone is neutral medium in the concealer, but I like I said, to go lighter under the eyes. I use this only when I have really darkness right here, and I'll just use the tiniest bit. It's kind of hard to work with. It's just very slippery, emollient almost. So if you need hydration under your eyes, it's awesome. It does have very high pigment, so you don't need very much of it, hence why I'm still trying to use it up. Brows, I'm still trying to use this bad boy up. I just don't reach for powder on my brows anymore as much as I used to, but this is almost gone. As you can see, I did use up the wax this year, and I made a really good dent in this lighter brown. This dark brown, I'm not going to end up using that up. It's going to be thrown out. I don't even like it as an eyeshadow. It's too patchy. So I'll just be using up this shadow here. And then I want to use up probably 2 of my backstock of my brow pencils. So 3 products total I want to use up for my brows. I had 2 bronzers. This one has been in my use up again from last year. It's just a hard one to use up for me because it does have a little bit more of a glowy and it has a little bit of an orange tone to it. So I only use this, I did use this on top of my bronzer today to give me a little bit of a glow. It used to be very rounded at the top, so I am using it. I just need to reach for it more and use it up, and I don't know if I said what it is. It's the Milani Baked Bronzer in number 4 Glow. And then the Hoola Bronzer from Benefit. I have been using this very diligently for months and months now. As you can see, I've hit major pan. It's probably gonna last me a couple more weeks. I mean, it's going strong even though the pan is very visible right now. So, and I do have a backup of this. I love, love, love this bronzer. So yeah, I just want to use it up. I use it for my contouring. I have 3 powders I want to use up as well. So this one by Wet n Wild, it's a highlighter, quote unquote. Really for me, I use it as more of a powder. I use it to set foundation on my neck if I use any foundation on my neck. I don't use it too much in the center of my face because it does accent pores in my opinion. This is huge. So my goal is to hit pan on this by the end of the year. I don't know if I will end up using it up. But I've heard once you hit pan on this, you use it up really quickly, so I'm just going to try to get through that. I also broke the lid, so it's kind of annoying to use. I like it, it's just not something that I don't know if I'd ever repurchase that. Both of these powders I've already hit pan on, so I do envision me using them up. I may even add another powder into the mix later on in the year. This is the Becca powder in the color Shell. It's the Perfect Skin Mineral Powder. I really like this. I've been using this on my skin a lot. It gives me a slight glow, but it doesn't make me look greasy at all, and it sets my makeup beautifully, and this is like my perfect shade. I love it. So I know I'll use that up. And then this beautiful packaging, I kept this in my collection for almost 2 years now just because I didn't want to use it up. The packaging is just so beautiful. But this is the Leo Ellie powder in Natural Beige. And I've had this, it's the Never Ending powder. I've been using this all year. I have hit pan, but as you can see, I still am still going strong. It is a little bit dark for my skin. Oh, you know what? There is another powder I want to include, the Laura Mercier powder. I don't know the exact name. I'll link it down below. I have that in my purse, and I've had that in my purse forever. I just use it as touch-up down the center of my face during the day. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 powders I want to use up this year. I'm only going to include 1 blush just because I like to give love to all my blushes. I really do use a lot of them consistently. I'm not only reaching for one all the time. This one was in last year's Use It Up and it's almost gone. It's the e.l.f. blush in Tickled Pink. It's really on its last leg. I don't envision me getting too much more use out of this because it's getting to the point where it hurts my brush to try to get the product out on the sides. So that'll probably be in an empties very soon. I'm not going to add any other blushes to the mix. For lipsticks, I'm going to say I want to use up 3 lipsticks, and that will include minis. I have a bunch of little mini lipsticks I've gotten as 100-point perks, as samples from Sephora, things of that nature. So I want to use up at least 3 lipsticks. I'm just not going to choose which ones. I'm going to try to use up, I'm still debating if I'm going to try to use up 2 or 3 lip glosses. I don't reach for my lip glosses that often. I'm honestly thinking about decluttering a ton of my lip glosses, and I'm probably just going to have to throw them out because it's not really sanitary to give away lip gloss. It's sad for me because I used to be such a lip gloss crazy addict, but now I'm more of a lipstick girl and just sometimes a little bit of gloss. So I don't know, it's hard for me, but these 2 lip glosses, I think this one was in 2015, used it up. I did do some good progress. It's right here. This is a Dazzle Glass from MAC. It's in the shade Like Venus, and it's just a very, very sparkly, clearish pink, like a very slight pink tint to it. It's more of a clear gloss. And this one is Major Minor from MAC. I use this a good deal, but it's only about half gone. Lip gloss just takes forever to use up. We'll see if I ever get through that. And then I also have a Tender Tone from MAC. This has SPF in it, so I'm really, it smells so good. I'm really trying to use it up. I've made a good dent in it, but I really need to use this up this year, or it's gonna just have to go back to MAC because I'm sure the SPF has expired at this point. It's a very glossy kind of lip balm. I'm not going to include any eyeshadows in the mix for this Use It Up just because, just like my blushes, I use different eyeshadows almost every single day. So it doesn't really make sense for me to say I'm going to use up an eyeshadow because I may, but it's probably unlikely. So I'm just not even going to include eyeshadows. But for liners, I want to use 3 liners. That can be, I'm going to say 3 pencil liners, and they could be like minis as well. The reason I'm not going to include liquid liners is I go through those super easily because I'm always using liquid liner on my upper lash line. That's super simple for me to go through my collection that way, so it's kind of cheating if I include those. So I'm going to say 3 eyeliners. So I'm going to put a grand total of the items right here for you guys to see so you know how many I propose to use up this year. I would love for you guys to join in on the challenge, so if you're going to be trying this out too, let me know what you're planning on using up for the year. Make sure to check out all the girls that are doing this collab as well. I know you'll love them, and I will see you again real soon. Bye.